double prizes. What's up, pro nerds and sneaker nerds alike? Welcome back to another episode of Unbox It, only on Project Nerd. Apologies up front if anything with the audio or video different, as I'm trying out a new setup and seeing what I get done, but I'm not apologizing for this. We are here with two awesome boxes from Reebok. It's been the summer of collaboration, as we are just around the corner for a Nike Space Jam release. We've seen the Reebok Power Rangers release. We've seen even a White Castle release, which watch out for an unbox for that. But of course, what we're talking about today is Nerf or nothing. That's right, your childhood obsession of plastic rubber bulleted games, fighting with your neighbors and your siblings, has all come back to be worn on your feet, as Reebok dropped 4 or 5 different sneaker collaborations just this past week, all Nerf themed. And we've got 2 awesome shoes we're gonna show you here in just one video, including the Kamikaze IIs, which I'm super excited about. I'm probably gonna keep. All right, let's take a look at these. I do wanna start as we look at the boxes first. As you can see, they are hefty size boxes, pretty awesome and everything, and very much Nerf themed. You do have, of course, the Kamikaze look going on here, as well as over here on the pumps, just a little bit more animated and themed. The box goes all the way around. And if you're feeling like you're gonna keep it around, you can actually even cut the box open for a nice flap and turn this into a backboard and basket. And that's right, it even gives you the instructions on what to do. So you have open box, loosen up shoes, slide on the foot, lace up shoes, and pump it up. That's right. And on the Kamikazes, since you can't pump it up, it's just break the backboard. But let's take a look at these awesome sneakers, and we'll start with the pumps. The pumps have a throwback look to them, as well as throwback action. As if you are familiar, pumps are old school, and we call them pumps because they have the pump right here. These things are beautiful and they scream Nerf. Not only do they say it right here on the side, but looking at these colors, it's Nerf. It's Nerf through and through. And as I'm looking at every piece of it, it is exactly what you'd want in an old school Nerf pump. You do have Nerf written right across the pump, but the pump action, I feel like it's working. It's got the release to the side as the old school shoes do. The tongue is very thick here, the kind of nice rubbery look to it. And the shoe is durable. It's gonna be your throwback, retro, right? We're talking 90s. So it is gonna be the leather or synthetic leather finish. So wearing these will cause a crease on the toes. So either get yourself some shoe protectors or keep these on the shelf if you're a little bit worried about it. But overall, these are some incredible looking shoes. I'm gonna go ahead and take out both of these light jammers, as they call them. And I think I have that on the back screen here. Pretty awesome details close to it. It says Nerf or nothing on the tongue. And then, as I mentioned, Nerf written down the side. The highly colorful colors, I guess would be the way to put it, that you would get in a Nerf gun, including your oranges, your greens, and your blues. Yeah, everything about it. These remind me a lot of the Adidas bottoms, though, as you do know currently, I know they're looking to get rid of them. Adidas does own Reebok. Very similar to the Kid Cudi's way on box. The bottoms look a lot familiar. But to be honest, those late 80s, early 90s shoes, a lot of them looked very similar. I mean, let's get honest. Look at the Nike Dunk Highs and look at the Jordan 1s. They're pretty much the same shoe. These are awesome. They're beautiful, and now they're hard to get with just a couple days after release. But if you did get your hands on these and are a fan, you've got some cool things happening here, including the soles on the inside, down to, just like I said, the detail in the laces and on the plastic accessory pieces. I don't even really know what to say about the pumps. This is the first pair of pumps I've had in my hands in years, but they're pretty awesome. But that's not the only thing we got, because we also got what I'm really stoked for, the Kamikazes. So we're gonna spend a little bit more time on these, as I know the pumps are popular, but Kamikazes are the shoes I've been after for a while. Take a look at these colorful, beautiful bad boys. Really excited for these as well. As you'll notice right away, the color action on these are different. So very much in the style of the What Does that a lot of the sneaker companies release, to where they kind of do a combination of many of the colorways for a single sneaker release. And Nerf written all over it, down the side, just like on the pumps, but also on the tongues. Obviously no pump action, as these are just more standard in the Kamikazes, but you do get the traditional Kamikaze Sean Kemp squiggles. And as I talked about, it's all different colors. So you got a bright green here, kind of the purplish here, and then on the inside, that little bit of blue green and then a yellow. Absolutely love these. On the back, 95. The original releases, the Kamikazes 95s, also probably height of the Nerf action going on, at least for me. And different color laces, different color everything. Really digging these. So they're good, thick, durable. If you do like the retro sneakers, I've noticed, especially from Reebok, you got those Shaq Nosises, you get obviously the questions and the answers from Allen Iverson, and then of course Sean Kemp's Kamikazes. All of them thick, durable. Probably go half a size up if you are looking for something to wear, because they do have a lot of padding in there, going to be tight on your foot. But taking a closer look at these, they got the synthetic feel here, obviously fake leather in it too. I think your creasing here will be a little bit better than they would be on the pumps, mainly because the material that at least is going on in this one. On your left shoe, it's a little more traditional or synthetic leather, so you probably will see more creasing here. But this purple is that, I don't know what material I'm looking for. It's not the fake leather. Any of the purples or darker colors seems to be a different material as well. So that's really interesting as we're dealing with multiple materials stitched in to these retro shoes. I'm loving them. I'm loving the colors. Detail's great. The stitching is fantastic. We've talked about it in some of our other unboxing videos of these shoes, is that stitching on modern shoes, especially the glue work around the stitching, can get questionable even on brand new sneakers you're purchasing directly from the manufacturer for like close to $200. But it seems to be on the retro designs, whether it's Reebok, Adidas, Nike, even Fila, they just get that stitching down. It seems like they put a little bit of love, a little more love into them and everything like that. So there's not a stitch or a spot of glue here that I'm a little bit concerned. These definitely aren't B grade that I got my hands on, thankfully. I do love, again, very much right around the time of the Shaq Nosis. So the Shaq Nosis and the Kamikaze 2s are gonna be very similar on the bottom, really thick. So your foot's gonna probably sit about that high up on there with a lot of padding underneath. I mean, those guys were big dudes, are big dudes at Shaq's case. Really cool on the inside. Big bad backboards is what's written on the inside of this one. And here you get the kind of Nerf design that we saw on the box. Speaking of, let's take another quick look at that packaging. Really thought it was cool. So part of the cool thing about this is, even though we're unboxing, we're looking at the boxing, as they're pretty awesome. I really like the packaging. Thought the instructions here that we talked about beginning of the video are fun. Break the backboard. As I mentioned, both boxes have the ability to cut and make yourself a custom backboard on this. Obviously, if we're putting enough effort into unboxing these and collectors are already purchasing these third party, don't cut the box. Just buy a Nerf backboard. It'll be better off for you financially. Love both of these. Really digging them. Really excited about them. The colors are just vibrant. Everything about both of these shoes and the other designs that Reebok released for Nerf scream Nerf. It is Nerf or nothing, that's for sure. All right, guys, that was our Reebok Nerf unboxing. Again, these were released right at the end of June here, just in time for the 4th of July holiday. Pretty excited about them myself. Already found a special home for these guys. A little friend was definitely wanting all of these. These are definitely gonna stay here with me though. If you are a fan of these, you like the retro colors, you're bright and flashy, kind of something I like to be, you definitely should consider picking these up, especially if you were a kid of the 90s. I highly recommend both. Can't really find flaws in any of them. As I've said multiple times in this video and previous videos, it just seems like a lot more love is still going into these retro shoes than you are seeing in the new styles and colorways of kicks these days. That's it for this Unbox It, but we have plenty of others coming and also available over on our YouTube channel. So if you're picking this up over on projectnerd.com, click into the YouTube video, check out all our great YouTube videos. Or if you're picking this up on YouTube, there's a link down at the bottom that'll take you to Project Nerd. But most importantly, subscribe, follow, and even turn on those notifications. We're trying to grow this channel here on YouTube and we want you to be a part of it. So come follow us as we release all this awesome new content and we get ready for our late summer and fall lineup of awesome new shows coming your way, as well as a few more unboxes. That's it. Have fun, nerds.